What's going on, everybody? Hey, give us a couple of minutes. We just making sure we got our partner coming. Hey, we going live real soon. We getting off camera. We going on camera and everything. Give us a couple minutes. Thank
My man Bernie Burns, my man Bernie Burns.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is G Walker, one half of the CNG Podcast.
And I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG Podcast.
Woo! What's going on? What's going on, everybody out there, man? I'm G Walker, man. I got my dog with me. You know who it is.
Man, it's CJ, man. I'm the other half of the CNG Podcast. This is some bullshit, this game.
Man, this was a terrible game. A total failure by everybody on this staff, man, from the defensive coordinator to the offensive coordinator to the head coach, Ryan Poles. But we got some content for you guys. We're not going to keep you guys long. We're going to probably do this about 45 minutes because we know you guys got a lot to say. You know, the end maybe an hour, but we're going to bring our third member in here right now. You can bring in Phantom, CJ.
Right. Hey, Phantom, what's going on, bro? Hold on, let me move this pitch out the way.
What's going on, everybody? How we doing?
Man, what was that, bro? What was that, man?
Embarrassing, disgusting, humiliating, discouraging, just absolutely embarrassing, man. That total failure, total fucking failure. Like, play calling was terrible, absolutely terrible, and
it was just
we lost right where I said we would. You know, in the trenches on both lines. I said we would lose, and I said the trenches would be the defining factor for us. Both lines would be the defining factor for us, and in both cases, they failed. Fields was under pressure over 60% of his snaps. 60% of his snaps, he was under pressure. That can't happen. Mm-hmm. And then he ran for 9 carries. He was tied for the most carries with Khalil Herbert. Can't happen if we're to be successful. Can't happen.
Man, this is just the fact that, you know, when you put this team together, and we're going to put these slides up here, man. When you put this team together, based off what the QBR that Justin Fields had last season, from week 7 to week 17, he had the 4th highest QBR for a long stretch of time, right? Am I right or wrong?
Correct.
What the hell was Luke Gesky calling at the beginning of the game to the point to where none of that was even relevant anymore? Like, none of it mattered. Like, none of the growth that he showed us for like 3 months, 2.5 months, nothing was showed. Like, nothing was showed from a progressive standpoint of Fields. It's like he handicapped him the whole game. At one point, he was 5 for 5. He was 6 for 6. He was 8 for 9. He was 9 for 10. What are we doing? Okay, you're not throwing a deep ball yet, but what are we setting this up for? So I just didn't understand that, CJ. What is going on, bro?
I don't know what's going on, man, but we got a couple of comments in here, man. I got to get to this last comment because I don't understand this one, but let's get through the first couple of them.
Oh, the last one says the offensive line was trash.
Okay, that's what it says?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see it. Okay, my fault.
Yeah, it says the offensive line was trash.
Okay.
Which, okay. I mean, if you guys will, I completely fucking agree. Offensive line is trash. That's what I said. We would lose in both trenches. Both lines failed. Yannick got one play on the run and 1 fucking sack. Other than that, and this was CJ's biggest thing, where was our presence up the middle?
I've been saying it, bro.
Whooped our ass up the middle. Dylan ran up he looked like Brandon Jacobs back in the early 2000s on the Giants, just whooping the shit out of us up the middle. Embarrassing.
I don't know, man. I've been saying it, man. That line had to show something today, man. And neither line showed a damn thing to me.
It's just a pathetic performance based off everything that should have looked. Why did we sign DJ Moore? Why was he signed if he was only going to get 2 targets? What was the point of the signing? Just make it make sense. What was the point of signing all these guys? And what was the point? Why did we horizontally throw the ball all game? Then you throw the ball to Mooney in the 3rd quarter, a deep shot, and he scores a touchdown. Like, what was that missing all game? Luke Getsky, CJ, put him up there, please. Put him up there, man, because we got to get this cracking, bro. We don't want to waste nobody's time that's in here, man.
First of all, was it Luke Getsy or was it Eberflus? Who was the one calling the plays? We need to know, because that's the one who needs to be on the fire right now.
Man, we put both of them jokers up there as far as I'm concerned.
Hey, go ahead, man, because
that was trash.
Go ahead, CJ. What was this right here with this guy the whole game? What were we doing? Was he playing preseason football? Was he playing preseason football?
Had to be, man. So many damn screen passes. I don't know how many damn screen passes it was out there. We didn't see DJ Moore break free or nothing. Huh?
It was all screen passes.
Right, man.
Over 50% of our passes were screen passes. Let's be real, guys. Over 50% of it was fucking screens. If you're gonna, if you've played football, you know the screen is to take pressure off your deep ball or your intermediate routes as well. It's either a last minute dink off, you know what I mean? It's either a last minute, you know what I mean, a scapegoat, dink it off real quick because I'm under pressure, or it's to catch the fucking defense, you know what I mean, slipping, that they've been blitzing you all game, and you want to catch them slipping, so you dink it off real quick and you fucking catch. None of that. None of that happened. We didn't run the ball consistently. And when we did run the ball, we ran it up the middle most of the time, which, I mean, why when we have trash? I mean, just none of it made sense. And then, we did in the 3rd quarter, great pass to Mooney. Where was that in the 4th quarter too? Why did we stop? And in the first half, we were going to Foreman the whole time. Why? He had one good run, one first down. We put Roshan in, looked like a whole different offense. Roshan over there, thunder busting dudes.
The kid trucked the guy. He
ran
trucked
clean
that
over
dude, bro. And
in front of his baby mama, in front of his wife.
Man. Like, bro.
I'm sorry. If I'm the owner right now, from Poles to Eberflus to everybody's job is on the hot seat right now. Everybody's job. I don't care if it's the first fucking game. This game was supposed to be a measuring stick from the difference between last season and this season, and it was supposed to be a gauge of how much we've grown, and it looked like we regressed from week 7 to week 1 here. We regressed.
Yeah, I'm just looking at y'all comments, man. All y'all in the comments hit it right on the head. Every single last one of y'all. Man, but
block.
yeah.
Bro, Claypool didn't block, he didn't catch.
He didn't do dropping balls, ain't blocking.
I was about to say, CJ, did you see that drop pass?
Yeah, I saw it.
Perfectly hit him in the hands. That was a catchable ball. And what he do? Fumble busted.
And like his whole facial expression was like, man, I don't give a damn. I don't care. He just kept walking back to the play, to the huddle.
Yeah.
He didn't even block in one possession of the game. He didn't even block. He didn't even block.
No.
Like, what are we doing here, bro? Like, I don't understand.
Like none of it made sense, man. None of it made sense. Everybody's job should be on the hot seat right now. Everybody's. And if you're saying that's over exaggeration, no, it's not. No, it's not.
It's not an
over exaggeration. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's not an over exaggeration when Aaron Rodgers is not in the division anymore. It's wide open. Why are we showing so much respect to Jordan Love, who hasn't had 100 attempts in a football game his whole career?
Until
what is
today.
Going on? Why that kid should not be terrified? He should be terrified. We didn't make him sweat at all like he was a 4-time damn MVP. It's ridiculous, man. Everybody should be upset about this loss.
Jordan Love finished 15 for 27, averaging 9.1 yards per throw, 3 touchdowns, not a single interception, and just 1 sack. 1 sack. A rating of 123.2.
That's crazy,
That
man.
kid was out there like a veteran, bro. Like he sat behind Aaron Rodgers and learned something. Like the same swag Aaron Rodgers had about playing the Bears, he had it. Like he inherited that. It was like, I'm not scared of these dudes. You know what I'm saying? They treat what they call it Lambeau South. Like it's sad, bro. It's sad. Like everybody on that team should have their heads down. Nobody should get a game check today. Nobody should get a game check.
Everybody should be running laps like it was high school with full pads on, everything. Like everything.
Look, guys, look. I called this shit out a week ago. Everybody kept saying the players. I'm like, hold up, man. None of these damn coaches proved themselves at all. I said that last week. None of these coaches proved themselves. Luke Gessie is with this team, his first year or second year. Same thing with Eberflus. Same thing with the whole coaching staff. Right. They got to prove. It don't matter who we bring in here. They got to prove themselves as coaches. They got out coached today, all around.
And hold on, Jordan Love didn't even have his number one wide receiver. Can we establish that? He didn't even have his number one wide receiver. And the guy that scored 2 touchdowns, he was questionable with an injury. Come on.
Questionable, bro. With an injury, like we didn't attack them. We didn't make them feel like we're there. We weren't physical. All this principle BS that Eberflus is always saying. Like, where was it? These guys are hurt. We got a young quarterback that you playing against today. Like, where's the ferocity? You let them dudes do whatever they wanted to do. Run the ball down your throat, passes, everything. Like he's crazy, bro. Week 1, no Rodgers, and y'all lose like this. Disgusting, bro.
4th and 3, and that offense with Jordan Love at the helm had absolutely no respect for our defense and went for it and scored a touchdown.
Brad, let me ask you a comment, man. He looked lost when they did that third down play with Cole Kmet.
Oh,
and Justin was like, Justin was like, what the fuck is this? Like you could see it in his face.
That was terrible. How do you have? I've never seen a QB sneak with a tight end.
Shit is crazy.
Why the hell did Justin Fields jump at the goal, jump for the 4th down? All you had to do was put your head down and dig in and get the first down. Nobody told you to be Michael Jordan and LeBron James and jump for that first down, and we didn't get it. That was stupid.
Man, that whole drive was busted. It was busted from the Cole Kmet play. Then it was damn near it was completely busted on the 4th down play. Period.
Man, it's just the fact that these coaches, it's just ridiculous, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, you had a whole preseason, an off season. You had joint practices. You should know what your players are capable of. You should have known Roshan would probably be the better starter than Khalil Herbert. A lot of us gassed Khalil Herbert, and Khalil Herbert didn't do anything in this game. Nothing. Every chance he got stopped damn near. He had a couple of first downs, but he didn't make that defense soften up. He didn't make that defense soften up as that battering ram, that 3-down back. He didn't do anything. So what are they going to do? They're just going to sit back and keep coming at you because your run game was trash. Your offensive line was trash. It was all nasty. So the whole game, their confidence is just going up. They had no reason why the Packers' confidence shouldn't have been up that whole game. They just kept getting hungrier and more aggressive and more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? They kept doing it the whole game.
Juan Martinez, I don't know, man. I have no clue.
Well, I go for it on 4th down on 1st in the series and 40 yards away from the questionable play call.
You're doing a good job with the comments, CJ. You're doing a good job, bro.
They should have kept Montgomery.
With that offensive line, hell no. I see why he left. I see why Montgomery left. I'm gonna say it right here. I see why he left. It's bullshit right here, man.
They should have kept Montgomery. Hey,
bro.
They beat the Chiefs, man. The Lions and the Bears are apparently not in this. Apparently not in the same league right now, man. It's 2 different levels apparently right now, bro.
Love had all day to read the defense and pass, no rush, pass. Yeah,
Nothing.
No pass rush.
Man.
I don't know. It's It's questionable play calling, and it also goes back to you got to look back on Poles too. We got to throw him up there because Poles. We talked about it last EP, and me and Bobby got into it a little bit. Bobby had mentioned that Poles has done a lot of in and out transactions with the offensive line, but to my point, if we're looking at it like a hit and miss scenario, you know what I mean? Who's stuck and who's been good and who hasn't? How many have worked out? How many haven't? How many are still on the roster? How many aren't? If this was a baseball game and he was a hitter, you would sit his ass. If it was a basketball game and he was a shooter, he would sit his ass. Because I think only 5 of Poles' offensive linemen that he's chosen are on the team, and only 2 of them are 3 of them are starters. Braxton Jones shouldn't be a starter, and he proved my point again. When I got on his ass on his butt last EP too, he got proven to be weak as well.
Yep.
Like point blank, Poles is supposed to be this great.
We talking about Ryan Poles, huh?
Yeah, the man on the phone, man. You want to get your behind back on that phone.
Ryan Poles, man. Listen, bro. You got to get this man. You have to give him his critique. Yeah. You give him his flowers when it's time to give him his flowers. You give him critique when it's time to give him critique. For everybody that's in here, a diehard Ryan Poles fan, please do not be that way. Let's be transparent. Let's be honest. His left tackle he took in the 5th round that played decent last season was getting penalties all game. He was probably the weakest link on the offensive line today. You know what I mean? It was bad. Ryan Poles, you gave up a 2nd round pick for Chase Claypool, and what did he do? We had 0 catches. We had 0 catches from Claypool. DJ Moore, what are you doing out there? You had 2 catches, and you signed and you got him. What are we doing? Everything you've done so far is in question, man. It just is what it is. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to protect from him. There's nothing you can say about Ryan Poles to be like, you know what, guys, you're being a little bit hard on him. No, he has the unlimited cap space. He has the 1st round draft pick. He did everything that Ryan Poles wanted to do. So today was the day where we saw the vision of Ryan Poles without Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, that the table should have flipped and it didn't flip. And instead it looked just like last year. So I don't want to hear this shit about Ryan Poles at all.
Man, I'm gonna take it a step further. It looked worse than last year because at least the Bears competed. What did they do today? What did they do today? At least they competed. They was close games last year. Today they got mollywopped. They got their ass stumped. They got stumped in the mud, stumped in the nuts, whatever you want to say. It all went down. And they was punking the Bears in that first half. And then it transitioned to worse things in the second half.
Out of all his offensive line signings, only one of them has been a proven starter and has been had a decent rating throughout his career, and that's been Nate Davis, who's needed his handheld all off season.
Man, I don't even want to talk about that motherfucker.
That's the only. If you look at it stat wise, out of all of the veteran people that he has brought in, that Poles has brought in for that offensive line, Nate Davis is the only one good stat wise that's been a proven starter, and he is done this offseason. Needed his handheld the whole offseason. He signed Braxton Jones, and I get it. Braxton Jones has outplayed his 5th round, draft. Okay, he has.
Potential.
But he made it clear again today that he is not a starter. He got bull rushed. He got penalties. You know what I mean? He just made it clear again today. He made my point. He's not a starter. He's a good backup. He's a real good backup. He's a real good backup, but he's not a starter. He's not a starter.
And another thing, hold on, fam, not to cut you off, because I just thought about something too. Another thing, quit telling us about this damn PPF bullshit. I don't believe in that. I believe in play. All this PPF bullshit that y'all spraying out about these offensive linemen and high PPF, man, don't tell me that no more. I don't want to hear it. I go on anybody's show and tell me that bullshit, I'm gonna cuss you out. I'm telling you.
Hey, pull up my man. Pull up my man Juan. What Juan say?
Most definitely last year they looked excited even when they lost. They at least made it a game. Today they looked horrible, absolutely terrible.
Thank
That's
you.
and that's what I'm saying. How did we go from looking promising, at least from the quarterback position, and at least from the left tackle position, to Jaquan Brisker? Like, what happened? All that hype and all that, none of that flashed today. None of it flashed today. And everybody
Bro.
on that staff should be embarrassed. Should be embarrassed, man.
We look even the first half of the season last year, the beginning of the season last year looked better than the beginning of the season right now.
Right.
This was embarrassing, bro. This is a game that should have if it was gonna be close, it still should have been a game that we should have won. We should have won. All their top guys were coming up with freaking injuries, or coming off of injuries. Rashawn Gary, who looked like an absolute all-pro again, coming off injury. What's the I can't think of his name right now. Kenny Clark.
Preston Smith,
All-pro guy.
I don't think he was up there.
No, Kenny Clark.
Yeah.
Kenny Clark got got credited for half a sack. He was getting in the backfield more than he got credit for. You know what I mean? Like, just they're linebacking core, for the love of God. They look better. Like, come on, bro. Like, I feel like Keyshawn Johnson. Come on, man.
Man, let's get some of these comments down here. Let's get some comments.
Yeah, let's get to them, man. Actually, where was we at? Let's go
Somebody
down.
should
Put them up there. See, my thing over here kind of slow.
Yeah, I got you.
What's that saying? I heard we're who we thought we were.
Yeah. Rest in peace, our boy. What our coach on? What is that? Danny Green that said.
And
that?
what was?
Yeah. Let me keep
Somebody
going down.
fired for this shitty ass play calling.
Hey, somebody said we're great to listen to. We're smart.
Yeah, let's go down. Steve, appreciate that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, somebody should be fired. Somebody should. Yeah. Thank you, man. It's just coming down to the fact that this is supposed to be a professional team, man. It's the first week of the season, bro. Like, everything is on the line for you to win, to gain, to get control, to make your young team feel like your rookies make them feel like, hey, I can compete on this level. I can compete in this NFL with these players that I'm playing against. And that's not what we saw. It's not what we saw. And it goes off of everything that we were being told all off season and all preseason. Like, it's bad, man. You don't want to lose against the Packers the first week of the season, man, with no Aaron Rodgers, bro. That's damn near like a fairy tale for Bears fans. No Aaron Rodgers, no boogeyman. Come on, man.
Isabella, bad effort, big time, bad effort.
Except for Fields and Roshan on offense. Those two Fields. I'll
let's
say
get
those
to the
are
next person, man.
All right.
Thank
Get to
you.
these last
Thank
comments.
You,
appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Glad to have you in here, bro.
Craig, thanks a lot. We appreciate you.
We got my mom in here. Exactly.
Okay.
They just gave it away. That's what I saw. Like, why are you intimidated by these guys? And you have a coach. That's what I want. You have a coach that's like a drill sergeant. So what are we doing? I don't think Eberflus is a soft coach. Nothing about him is like, you guys can do what you want to do. He's not that type of coach. So what is going on with inside the structure of the team? So if you can't look at the head coach and say he's soft, you have to go beyond. I know we just got off Ryan Poles, but him and Flus seem like two totally different personalities when it comes to football. One is like a drill sergeant. One seems like a politician. And that could probably, just go down the middle of a locker room, man. Like, it's a weird thing because your team shouldn't have came out that flat. You know what I mean? Your team shouldn't have came out that flat if everybody's on board with what the message is. That type of performance does not happen if everybody's on the same page and your philosophy and what everybody's believing in is on the same page. So some players on that team does not believe in the his principle. They do not believe in Ryan Poles. They do not believe in Justin Fields. Come on, it's something on this team the guys are just not buying into. It's something going on, man.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. This what Isabella said. She brought up a good point. This is a robbery game, division game, a game that was picked by America's game of the week, national televised afternoon game. They couldn't pick up and give an A effort than that. Yeah, I agree.
A better effort. They couldn't have. It's ridiculous. And great point. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Everybody in there should have their heads down, man. There's no momentum to go up to be happy about. There's no chemistry to be happy about. I didn't see anything good from the linebackers today. I didn't see anything good from the defensive tackles. I didn't see anything. The play calling was terrible on both sides. Allen Williams, like I said in a couple of these groups, he's on the hot seat too. He doesn't get to be out here without
all of them.
Criticism at all either. All of them.
We didn't show any philosophy. Philosophy on offense.
Man, what the hell are we going to expect next team?
Man, they converted whatever they wanted to convert, Steve. That's all I saw. Conversion after conversion after conversion, man. Like, it's ridiculous. No pressure, no blitzes, no nothing. Like, we got to give credit to that Packers team. They do have the better offensive line. They do have the better defensive line. You know what I mean? They have the better running game. But at the same time, your team and the philosophy they built, this hits principle and all this crap that's going on, and run to the ball and attack the ball and get to the ball. Where was it? Where was it?
It just from top to bottom, it's terrible. We showed no identity. We showed no effort. We showed no heart. We showed no rhythm. Every time we started getting into a rhythm, they got away from what was working for them. Like, we got exposed, bro. And like Isabella said, it's a rivalry game. It's a division game. And like I was telling G earlier when we were watching the game, bro, outside of Detroit, the NFC North is supposed to be open.
Yeah.
Like, Vikings just got exposed today. They got killed by Baker Mayfield. Like, this was supposed to be a defining game within not just our team as showing improvement from last year to this year, but also showing that, hey, guys like Colin Coward and shit like that were sitting there putting Green Bay above us. Hey, you were wrong about us. And what did we do? We showed them that they're completely correct about us.
The national media was correct. And week one, you're right, Phantom. Week one, they are totally correct. And this isn't an overreaction that we're doing. We're just going based off of everything we've seen from week 7, especially from week 17 from Justin Fields. I thought he played a decent game. You know what? Let's talk about DJ Moore. I'm going ahead. CJ, go ahead, man. I apologize to the audience. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, that's cool, man. One thing I want to give everybody attention to, when the whole shit was going down, when the Bears were playing terrible, where was DJ Moore and where was Justin Fields on the bench? Did you guys see that Justin Fields was way over here and DJ Moore was way over here? So, man, the whole bench, I didn't see no fire. I didn't see nothing in that first half. The only times when I see them get hyped up a little bit is when Roshan ran over number 20 from the Green Bay Packers. It's like, man, who's the leader on this team? Who's the leader? You can't have that C on your chest. You cannot have that C on your chest if you're not gonna get your players going. You can't make nobody a leader to say, okay, you're a leader because you did this, you did that. Man, you got to lead by example. When you down, you got to bring the guys up. I didn't see that today. I saw everybody pissy fitting, lips all poked out on the bench. Come on, man, that's not what I want to see. Y'all go ahead, man.
And it's not what I wanted to see, man. And I think you got a great point about who's the leader of this team. Because who's supposed to be the leader of the team? The quarterback. The quarterback's supposed to be the leader of the team. Guy's supposed to rally behind him. He's supposed to be the difference maker. That looked like that wasn't the case today. It didn't look like that was the case. Justin Fields looked like he was playing all right. He was playing okay. Now, was he handicapped by Luke Gesky? I tend to believe, because we didn't do anything until that third quarter as far as stretching the field. The whole game, we was throwing horizontal passes, screen passes. It felt like Matt Nagy was back out here, man. It's ridiculous.
That's exactly what it felt like, G. It felt like I was watching Matt Nagy all over again. As far as with the coaching, shit is crazy.
How do players get paid and not even show up? They look lost out there. True.
So
Very
true.
A lot of hype, and I think
flat.
these guys, they're not who they say they are, bro. They're not who they say they are at all, man. At all. DJ Moore, he seems like he's a number one wide receiver, but the offensive line couldn't even protect. Was it protection or was it Lugeski? I have no idea. Because Fields was completing passes majority of the first half. He was completing passes. Whatever Lugeski called, he was completing it. They were running like what? Why were we not stretching the field?
I think it was definitely on the play calling because, like you said, Fields, when he did throw it, he was accurate. He completed his pass. There was a couple plays, let's be honest, because we're keeping it a buck on here, guys. That's what we do here at the CNG podcast. We're homers, but we're not going to sit there and put blinders on to what's real. And what's real is
that's not what we do.
He played good. When he threw the ball, he was accurate. But he did make a couple stupid decisions here and there. He took that sack. I think it was second or third quarter when he should have thrown it. Threw that pick. You know what I mean? That was a bad pass. Let's be real about it. You know what I mean? But again, we heard all offseason about him and DJ Moore working together and building this chemistry and everything like that. We saw no chemistry. We saw no fire. We saw no desire. And like you guys have both said, we saw no leadership from anybody. Not anybody. Not the coaching staff. Not the captains. Nobody. Not the veterans. Nobody. You know, the only way I'll say that Justin Fields show up is the fact that he didn't give up. He kept playing from play to play. He kept going. So it's just it. I feel like it definitely has to fall on the play calling because, like G Walker, what you were saying, bro, it's what was up with all this Mark Trestman and Nagy freaking screen passes.
Where was Cole Kmet? Did Cole Kmet just get an extension? Isn't he one of the better catching tight ends in the league? Don't DJ Moore run a 4.3? Don't Darnell Mooney run a 4.3? Isn't Chase Claypool 6'4", 230 something pounds?
Claypool didn't even want to block
with his legs. Like what are we doing?
Claypool didn't even want to block. That's why I've been saying since we got him that was a mistake. Claypool didn't even want to block. Not a single. Now on every one of the screenplays, you've seen DJ Moore block. Our number one wide receiver blocked. The highest paid, the one guy that we should be protecting on wide receiver, he was blocking. But the guy that we put a second round draft pick for, no blocking, dropping passes, not even running proper routes, and then just lollygagging back to the huddle.
Man, and we appreciate you guys in the comments, man. Thank you for support, man. Keep them coming, man. This is fun. As much as I'm irritated and I'm upset, man, I'm having a ball with you guys with these comments, man. We love the support. We love it. Yeah, it's just that guys got to come in with that attitude to win, and that's how you know you're a losing culture. You're a losing team when you cannot take the opportunity that's in front of you with the boogeyman out of your division. That should let you know that you need to come down to reality a little bit. Eberflus, you need to redo your philosophy because your team is not responding to what you're showing them. Because it doesn't matter what we're doing in practice, preseason, none of that matters until you get across on this another 345-pound man next to you that you got to block. A 210 30-pound linebacker, you got to get by. You know what I'm saying? So whatever they're doing out there in those practices and their preseason, it's not working. And I think they got a dose of reality today of who they are. We all did as a fan base and as a staff and as a team. You have to work harder. You have to be more creative. You have to have better offensive sets and offensive plays because you're being predictable. Once you're being predictable with a better team like the Green Bay Packers, as far as their defenses, and that
Craig with 1,000 stars.
They're going to destroy you, bro.
Craig with 1,000 stars. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. Craig with 1,000 stars, bro. Amazing.
Appreciate you, Craig, for that. Appreciate you.
Oh, thanks, Craig. We appreciate that, man. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
right.
we keep it real at CNG, man. Like I'm a diehard Chicagoan, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? All of us are, man. It's just
Shit,
that
we all are.
this is a hell
But
of
you
an
can't have
opportunity,
blinders
man.
on.
It's just a
You
hell of
can't
an
have
opportunity to
you
change the
can't have
narrative.
blinders on. You can't have blinders on.
You don't have blinders on when you're watching this, man. Be honest about what you're seeing. You know what I mean? And when you see it, call that BS out because this was bullshit. This was
Like-
BS.
Like CJ said, now it makes sense why Montgomery wanted to get the hell out of here. You look at
Yeah,
Montgomery.
man. I pretty much told that man, good luck, man, because he saw something. You know what I'm saying? When you there and you with the bullshit, you see that, you gotta get up out of there, man. So it's really gonna come down to who really is on it, the coaches or is it Post? It's one or the other. We gonna find out.
I'm gonna keep giving Post.
Yeah,
I'm gonna keep giving Post that
somebody's
fire.
philosophy up there is it's not working. As much as we love, you know, Eberflus, I love guys like Dan Campbell, guys that, you know, I'll run over my grandmother for Dan Campbell, bro, for the Lions. I love Dan Campbell, bro. Guys like Eberflus, they hard charges, man. Them guys you want to play for. So I don't understand what's going on with the communication with the leadership, the upper chain of command. Something's funny up there, man.
I see why they didn't want to do Hard Knocks.
Bro,
I'm just saying.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And did you see why Fields said no to QB to the QB on Netflix too? He said, "No, you ain't gonna see me getting my ass whooped all season." He said, "You ain't gonna see me getting my ass whooped. Nope, not me. I'm not the one. There's gonna be enough highlights on ESPN of me running and getting my ass whooped. Nope, don't need additional footage."
DJ Moore, like we don't even know what DJ Moore could have done with more than 2 targets, bro. That's on Luke Gesky, man. Like if anybody gets more blame than anybody, see, you can pull his picture back up if you want to. It's Luke Gesky, man. Because the majority of the game, it was what 7-6, something like that, 10-6. So the defense was giving you the ball back 3 or 4 times in a row. You couldn't come up with nothing more than screen passes for a whole half.
Bro,
Like, what were you doing? Why do you even have a job?
Guys,
I don't get it, though,
terrible stat. Roshan had 7 targets. Cole Kmet had 7 targets. Darnell Mooney had 7 targets. Khalil Herbert had 5 targets. Nobody else had more than 2 targets.
Wow. Yeah, Justin was still holding the ball too long at sometimes in the game. I saw that too.
When he took that
Yeah,
sack,
he definitely was holding the ball. He definitely was, man. And he unraveled at the end of the game so crazy with a fumble, an interception. He was playing a decent game and just unraveled, man. So is Justin really the quarterback of this team? Is he the guy? It's been 3 years. Everybody likes to tease us about the 5-20 or the 5-24. Hey, the game was right there for him to win. It was right there for him to win all game. So let's be honest.
Man,
Is he
let's be honest, man. The fact of the matter is he gonna be screwed either way, because if the play calling don't change the way they let Justin be Justin, the reason why he was so competitive last year because they let him be him. Everybody want to say he was a running quarterback. You run with your speed. You do what you do. Everybody want to try to put Justin in this box being a pocket passer. No, be Justin Fields. Now, he got to be a pocket passer this year. Man, come on now. So it's going to have to be.
Look,
is this coaching staff?
I want to interrupt you.
Oh, go ahead.
I want to interrupt you, but it goes to your point. Okay, let's make him a passing quarterback. He was passing the ball today. So the onus is on this guy right here. Luke,
37 attempts. 37
Justin
attempts.
Fields did everything you wanted him to do in that first half. He was very efficient, 75%, 8% passing. It's on this guy right here. We're gonna make him a passing QB, and he's throwing the ball all first half. But then you don't do it even more. That's on the offensive coordinator, bro. This ridiculous.
Man, throwing screen passes is not passing the ball. Throwing screen passes is not passing the ball. Get that ball out 20 yards or more. Come on, man.
All we were throwing it, we didn't throw it for more than 5 yards. I think we didn't throw it for more than 5 yards or like more than 60%, they said, of the game. We were only throwing it for 5 yards or less. 5 yards or less, 60% of our passes. That's not a recipe. That's not a recipe for winning, bro. Like we took what 2, 3. Besides Mooney, like I think maybe one other deep pass, maybe that Mooney touchdown. Besides that, I think we might have took one deep pass not even deep pass, but one that was for more than 5 yards. I think it was like a 10-yarder.
It was a couple. I think he threw a couple to DJ Moore. He had like 25 yards. He had 25 yards total. Then Mooney he had a couple of I think yards behind 7 yards. But if I'm Eberflus, I'm looking at my defense like, bro, we gave you the ball like 4 times. The score was 7-6, Luke Gesky. You didn't do anything with the ball, Luke Gesky. You had the whole half to do something with it. So I think overall, man, I think this guy gets the blame for this particular game today. I think Luke Gesky had the worst game he could possibly have. One being a former Green Bay Packer, a Wisconsin employee. Like that can't even be any worse than that. And you just lay an egg like this? It's disgusting.
The coach from Green Bay, LaFleur, wanted your ass gone for a reason, and I'm beginning to see why he wanted you gone, bro. You look a little shaky, you look a little flaky out there, man. You better tighten up before your ass be fired. If it was me.
Cheryl said you guys are hitting all the pointers.
Yeah.
Steve said high school kids can pass screen passes. No wonder Packers keyed off on them.
Yeah.
And Juan said they're doing the fields today what Nagy did to Trubisky after the Bears lost in the playoffs. Trubisky was a scrambling QB, and they tried to make him a pocket passer. Justin is a scrambling QB who can create. Don't water that down.
Hey, great point. And that's what I was saying, because he can throw the ball deep, and he waited to the third quarter to connect.
Third quarter to get it going.
Like, what was the reason? Like, that
has to go to the play calling. It has to go to the play calling because it wasn't Justin's call. It wasn't Justin's call to do all them screens. He was hampered by what his coaches had him do. Between that and the fact that he was pressured 60% of his dropbacks, he was very limited in what he was able to do. Between the O-line and his coaching staff, he was limited in what he could do. And I mean, I definitely think DJ Moore should have had more targets than anybody else. Our number one wide receiver that we traded for should have had the most targets. I think him and Komet should have been tied for the most targets or close to. But that wasn't the case at all. And
that's what we talked about before we got online in the group chat. I was like, I think that Komet ideally and Moore should have the most targets. Like, get one of them going enough times and throw them the ball a lot of times so you can soften up that defense with at least one wide receiver. I didn't see any of that, man. I didn't see DJ Moore dominate a corner. I didn't see Cole Kmet dominate a linebacker or a corner. Yeah, I didn't see any of that, like, for a long stretch of time where you can say, okay, we soften them up on this side of the field. We soften them up with this wide receiver. Okay, let's go to Mooney. Let's go to Scott. Let's go to Claypool. It was none of that, bro. It was no diversity in the offensive play calling to where you was like, okay, something else is coming. It was the same old dink and dunk. It was the same old screen pass. It's disgusting, man. This is 2023. Guys are way more athletic than that. Justin is way more athletic than that. He has a big arm. He has legs, and you're not utilizing them the right way at all.
And you gotta. And we got away from the run game. We got away from the run game. We didn't establish it well. You had Herbert and Foreman average 3 yards per carry. That's not gonna cut it. You know what I mean? Justin needs a run game to take attention off him. Sometimes to be a threat. The run game has to be a threat so that to keep the defense honest, so that they're not blitzing all the time and pass rushing too much. The run game has to be a threat, and it has to be a threat out the middle and outside. All we did was run up the middle. Why? Where's the diversity?
I thought we were outside zone running football team. I thought that was the offense. I thought we were outside type of team, and
I thought we were supposed to be diversity. I thought we were supposed to be diverse. I thought we were supposed to be dynamic. Where was the diversity in dynamics? It's like you said, it was dink and dunk. It was boring. It was juvenile. I've seen Pop Warner ball games that were more competitive and more energetic than this. I think that the play calling and I think honestly, looking at everybody's body language, I think honestly that the coaching staff, they really got to the players. The players did not seem fired up for this game, and I think that has to come down to the fact that I feel like the players do not believe in this coaching plan. this game plan coming into this week. I don't know about y'all, but me and you talk a lot. You know, I be looking out for the little hints here and there, and I've been looking out for who said what. I didn't hear a single freaking mention about this player looked good during practice or not. Nothing. Not a single good thing about practice this week.
Everything been hushed, man. Everything been hushed, man. It's crazy. We can't, like they said, we came out flat. No energy, no fire, no passion, and we looked worse than we did first game last year. Man, anything else y'all want to add before we get up out of here, man?
Did we tackle Eberflus? We got on Eberflus. We got on Ryan Poles. We got on Justin Fields. We got on Eberflus, and there's no highlights or nothing like that because this is not the type of game where you get all that type of stuff, man. It's just guys get the blame, and I overall think that the blame goes to this guy right here with the sad face. He's just looking like, oh, we'll get him next time. I think he gets the blame the most because, like I say, Eberflus' defense gave him the ball 3-4 times back in that first half, and we couldn't put up points. Anytime a really good team a defense give them the ball back like that, they're going to put up points. So the fact that Justin did everything he was told to do as far as screen pass, a couple of nice passes to DJ Moore, whatever it was when he had that 8 for 9, 9 for 10, everybody was doing their job that first half except for this guy right here, Luke Getsky. So for me, I don't have anything else, man. Luke Getsky gets the blame. I'm G Walker, man. I'm 1/3 of the CNG Podcast, and that's all I got to say, man. Hopefully we have a better game with Tampa Bay next week, but Tampa Bay just beat the Minnesota Vikings, so we don't have no momentum, man. It's crazy, man.
Family, got anything else you want to add, man? I'll wrap it up.
As hard as I am on Poles right now, honestly, I agree with you. It has to go on the coaching staff, Getsky and Eberflus, because let's keep it 100 like we've been keeping it 100 all the time. We did more with the first half of last season with less of an offensive line than we did this game with more of an offensive line. We were not competitive. At least last season, even in the first half of the season, we were shitty in the first half, competitive in the second half. That didn't show up this game at all. We were shitty in the first half, and we were shitty in the second half, flat all around.
Real quick, if this is your first time in here to CNG, welcome. Go like and follow us on Facebook, please. If you're a YouTube person, go like and follow us on YouTube as well and on Twitter. Thank you.
Yeah, fam.
Honestly, I think that's it, man. That's all I got to say. Is poor coaching staff. Everybody got to be on the hot seat after this game. Everybody.
Right.
CJ got the last word.
Man,
take us out.
Yeah, man. We all hit it on the head, man. When you got a full piss effort like this, man. No, this is not Chicago football right here. I don't know what the hell this was. This wasn't the shit that I'm used to seeing. This is not the type of gameplay I'm used to seeing. When Cutler was here, he slung that damn ball. Whether he got an interception or a touchdown, he slung it. And I didn't see that today. I don't know what the hell I saw. We gotta do better. We gotta do better than this as a football team. When I say we, you know what I mean. Chicago Bears gotta do better. So, but we appreciate everybody in the comments, man. The comments was lit. The comments was on fire. We appreciate you guys for being in here, rocking with us to this time. If you guys send us stars, we appreciate y'all for doing that. Big ups. And who was the person that did that, by the way?
Craig, I believe.
Okay.
Craig Ross. Craig Ross.
Appreciate you, brother, for doing that. Appreciate you, man. And to the ones that's been here with us, we appreciate y'all. For the ones that's watching the playback, go watch that playback, man, because we had a lot to say on this for sure, man. And look, if the Bears play this next week, if the Bears play this next week, we're gonna be right back at it again.
With passion, man. We diehard fans. We're never going to shortchange the passion and the love. We're never going to do that. So keep coming in every week, whether we win or lose, man. We're going to be just as passionate with a win as we are with a loss, man. One love, man.
All right, man. Well, that's it for G Walker. That's it for Phantom. That's it for myself. We'll catch y'all back here next week. Man, this was pathetic. This was a pathetic performance, but we're going to hit y'all up this outro, Y'all have a blessed night. Take care.
Peace. Yo, what's up, everybody? This is G Walker, one half of the CNG Podcast.
And I'm CJ, the other half of the CNG Podcast.